Gangsta freedom is dead. We're coming to get our check.
B1 brothers and sisters, welcome to the Afro Elite YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. Leave a like and share this on your various social media platforms. Thank you guys for being here. I know what you guys are. Hold on, I gotta check the audio. I know what you guys are probably gonna say already. I'm very late. I am late. Let me make sure that all the links and everything is out, because I guess Twitter is going through something real quick. So I got to make sure people are watching. Yeah, if everybody, because we got people in the room already. You Clarsha, how you doing, sister? B1 FBA, yes, ma'am, absolutely. If everybody could share this real quick, everybody share this on Twitter. I just made a tweet. Iron Will, my brother, how are you doing? If everybody could share this on Twitter real quick. I know I'm late. I normally go at 7. Right now it's like 11, almost 11:30. And I know y'all be all like, see, Afro, you always tell us this time, but it's never that time. I know. I'm working on stuff. I be working on stuff. Yeah, T Williams, B1 Afro, Chicago checking in. Um, if you from Chicago, send me a DM or hit my email. My email is in the description below, because there might be something that I need your help with. So all of my people who are subscribed to me from Chicago, yeah, what is this on my face? I don't know. Okay. Buffalo, New York is checking in. Buffalo, how y'all doing? I hear y'all being heroes out there stopping potential mass shooters. So shout out to our brothers and sisters in Buffalo. But if you're from Chicago, hit me up either on my DMs. My DMs are open on Twitter and Instagram. Speaking of which, let me put that right there. My DMs are open on Twitter and Instagram, or you can hit me up in the email. I'm already reaching out to a few people, so make sure you guys do that, because it's got something going on. I want y'all to talk about it. Y'all text you tomorrow, bro. Thank you. B1 brother from New York. Okay, we got New York in the house. It's kind of, what time is it in New York? It's like what, 12:30, right? In New York, isn't it? Okay, so we're getting people in here. Thank y'all for being here. I know it's late. I know y'all probably like, man, Afro, I got work in the morning, but y'all here with me. I appreciate that. That doesn't get taken for granted. I'm been busy, you know. I'm gonna be so busy. In fact, I might not be able to go live Monday night, or it might be very late. Might be very or later. Not very, very late, but later. So I need you guys to roll with me. Stick with me. Good girl, we need that rally for reparations. Yes, ma'am. Okay. It's what, 12:30 almost in New York. Okay. Yes. And I know I said I was gonna do this broadcast about reparations a while ago, and I keep putting it off, and I'm not gonna put it off anymore. So we gotta talk about it. Okay. Now, at first, I was gonna give my review. This is what I like. This is how it went. Da 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 da. But I've been on so many different platforms, so many different channels. Everybody's been asking me on their different channels or in different spaces and all that stuff. So right now, pretty much everybody knows what I liked, how I felt, all of that stuff. But what I want to add to the conversation is I want to now talk about the benefits of the rally, because you had some trolls on Twitter, which you will always have, but you had some trolls on Twitter saying, oh my God, I didn't see the benefit. I still don't get no reparations. I'm still broke. I still don't get no money. So, of course. So we will talk about the benefits. So the number one, or to me, and you know what, let me not list them, but one of the benefits, we're starting with number one, is not in order, but we're just starting with number one. Number one, the benefit is to get the message out there, to get the message that we have a sizable amount of people from various different ages, young, old, everywhere in between, black men, black women, all around the nation gathered up in one spot for one single cause. Last minute too. It's not like this was being prepared months and months in advance, because if we all remember correctly, Tariq had to cancel his first time when he tried to do it in October. He wound up having to cancel that. So you had to be, oh yeah, you had to be there to feel the benefit. I mean, you definitely had to be there to enjoy it. I will say that. You definitely, oh, if you missed out, I'm sorry, but you really did miss out. But you did have to, I mean, we're all going to benefit from it. We're definitely all going to benefit from it. Even if you weren't there, cuz some people, unfortunately, their job, school, um life, family, all of that have, gotten away, and they weren't able, money maybe gotten away, and they weren't able to make it, but they were with us. They gave with us in spirit. They supported financially. So shout out to them brothers and sisters who did that. Okay, much respect to them. But the thing is that when we talk about reparations, when we talk about tangibles, when we talk about economic benefits for us, we're always gaslit. We're always told, oh, you guys are a niche group of internet trolls. First, you're Russian bots. Nobody's going to pay attention to you. What you want is unfeasible. There's only a small amount of people who are really going to support that. You don't have the support. We don't have the votes. We don't have what's necessary to back that up. Um, and they also claim that black men are not engaged in anything, I guess, politically. We're just disengaged from anything that benefits black society. So just purely optic wise, which is why they don't want to talk about it, because that changes a lot of the narrative. But purely optic wise, it was a great thing to see. It was a great thing for people to take films and videos of thousands of people being at one, struggling, well, not struggling necessarily, but kind of struggling to get at one place at one time for one single cause, which shows how much they believe in that, which shows how passionate they are, which shows how engaged they are. That is a benefit. Now, number two, and like I said, this isn't going in order. Number two, it is also a morale boost. It also shows people, because a lot of us think that we're the black sheep of like the world. I used to think that at a certain point in time, a few years ago. You think that nobody really thinks the way you think. You think that nobody really has the passion the way you have it. But going there, seeing all of these people who have the same amount of passion for justice, passion for equity, passion for freedom, seeing all of those people there, that is a morale boost. That is motivational for everybody to be there. That is motivational for everybody to be there. You had people who are in their, elderly people went to the rally with their canes and walkers. You had young people. Did you guys see the video of that little 8-year-old girl giving an interview? I got that on my on like the YouTube shorts. Harlem, our sister Harlem 9 is in here. B1 to you, sister. How are you? Um that is a morale boost. So psychologically, so subconsciously and consciously that you are not alone in the fight. That gives you the motivation, that gives you the courage, that gives you the boost in morale to keep pushing forward. Because you might think the enemy is very tricky. The enemy might try to gaslight you. The enemy might try to tell you that you are alone, that nobody thinks the way you do, that what you think is unfeasible, is irrational, you're being radical. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you you don't see anybody else who believes in the things that you believe in, so you should give that up. That's what they'll tell you. Now that you see thousands of people immediately coming together for one single purpose. When somebody tries to tell you you don't you're a loner. When somebody tries to tell you that your ideals, that your message, that your cause, that your mission is radical, nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody's gonna believe that. You know, because you have seen that that is not the truth. You know that because you saw that. So that is a morale boost. It is beneficial to see as an older person who might see these younger generation people. They don't really care about reparations. They only care about having fun and doing this. They don't care about the future. They only care about their smartphones or themselves. It's good for the older people to see younger people, uh, 8 years old, younger people not even in puberty yet, younger people in the single digits, when I'm single digits below 10 years old, out there marching, stomping for reparations. It's good for the younger people to see the older people doing that. It's good for you to know that you're not the only young person who thinks that way. That is a good thing. So it both for the optics of the dominant society, so they understand that we are a serious threat, that they understand that this is a serious movement, that they understand that we are galvanized, we are organized, we are moving accordingly on code to get what we need to get for the next generation. And it's good for the next generation to see that this is something that can be accomplished. It is good for the next generation to see that, yeah, even though this is the right thing to do and you should be doing it whether you win or lose, there is a possibility that we are going to win. Those are two good things. Those are two great things to see. PD Chicago, how are you doing, bro? How you doing? You said 25 kids. Shout out to the dude, um, LV, for streaming the rally. Shout out to him. He's strong. I mean, great camera. It's a streamer in the rally. I had to see it. It felt really, really awesome to see the B1 FBA family united. Felt like a million man march. Everyone was there. Everyone was on code that day. Absolutely. And shout out to the non FBA people who are there. They were there and they were there in support. So shout out to everybody who was there. Shout out to everybody who supported. Shout out to even the people who couldn't make it. They supported financially. Those like shout out to you, everybody. Shout out to everybody who you couldn't make it, but you shared the link. You shared the a video. You sharing this video. Please share this video, by the way, so you know, so we can get more people in here. Plug. But shout out to all of you guys. Okay, everybody deserves their credit. Everybody. Two, the speakers or three, I guess. The speakers, powerful. Everybody there looking great, phenomenal. The women were looking. We got some fine sisters in the community. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be appropriate, but that's all I'm gonna say. Our sisters are beautiful. Definitely. Oh, definitely. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you should have been there. I'm saying. Um, um, you bought it. You said kid 25 kid bought a tea and he donated to the rally. That's good. Thank you very much. See, that is what it is to be on code. If you can't be there, you can still donate and you can still support. Cause it was a lot of work to put all that together in less than a month. That's a lot of work. And to have the turnout that it did, that's amazing. It was really amazing to have as many people who showed up last minute, literally, as what happened. Okay. But the speakers, they gave positive, motivational, educational speeches. Okay. They riled the crowd up. The crowd loved it. Okay. They put the message out there. people say, oh, well, you just say this on Twitter Spaces. Everybody's not on Twitter Spaces, but we're taking a lot of the messages that we're saying on Twitter Spaces, since people claim that everything's not on Twitter, which is true. Everything isn't on Twitter. But since people claim everything's not on Twitter, da 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 da, we take that out of Twitter. We put that for in front of the people, because there are people who are not on Twitter like that. There are people who might just see the message, but they're not in everybody's Twitter Spaces. You got young kids. You think an 8-year-old is listening in a Twitter space? 8-year-olds not listening to Twitter Spaces or even have Twitter or social media, but they are listening to the message because the message is in person. Plus, it is way more powerful. It is way more motivational. It is way more galvanizing to listen to a speaker tell a speech, give a speech in person, to see and feel their energy in person, than it is to just listen to them on your cell phone. And this isn't to denigrate, this isn't to belittle the Twitter Spaces, but this is to say it was much better to actually listen to them on in person, and to meet them, to shake their hand, to see them, to actually see people's faces. Okay. Which leads me, I think I'm on number 4, right? Which leads me to number 4. Number 4 would be the people who actually got to see people. I'm moving my microphone all around. The people who actually got to see people in real life. There were so many people that I've been wanting to see in real life for a long, long time. And I finally got a chance to see those people. It was a lot of I was very, very excited to see some of you guys in person. Some of you guys I've seen. Let me see who's in here. I can't see everybody who's in here. Some of you guys I've seen, well, some of you guys I've seen in person outside the rally, but some of you guys I've seen in person, to actually see somebody, to shake their hand, to hug them, to talk to them in person. That was amazing to me, and I'm sure that was amazing to everybody. Okay. I was looking forward to people like actually like seeing people who watch my content. I'm walking around and I'm seeing people, they like, Afro, hey Afro. And I'm coming over there and I'm all like, man, like, thank you. Like, I really get to see a subscriber like in real life. I mean, I have people I know personally who are subscribed to the channel, but I really get to see somebody, and you're from DC, you're from Atlanta, you're from this place, all of these places around the nation. And I got to see you in real life. I got to shake your hands. I'm shaking people's kids' hands. I'm like, "Hey, you doing?" I'm taking pictures with people. That was like it filled my heart with so much joy. I can't really even find words to describe it, honestly. I really can't. Say facts, facts. Can you guys make sure you guys leave a like? We're probably not going to have a lot of great turnout tonight, but the playback tomorrow is definitely going to be pretty big. So if you guys can make sure you guys leave a like, so it can get boosted on the algorithm. Let me check something real quick. Let me check something. We got some decent people in here tonight, actually, considering the fact that it's like going on 12 o'clock. But that was a great thing. It was a positive thing. Now you had people, Taharka Bay showed up, made a fool of himself. Um, and it was interesting to see him there, because I actually really did see him. I actually saw him. He was in this little space off to the side with a bunch of people around him. He was really extra. He was moving all extra all over the place. This man was like, damn, and he had a camera and a microphone and everybody. I look, and the thing is, I don't really recognize Taharka like that. I don't see him like that. And I look, I'm all like, that can't be Taharka Bay, really, because I was in the VIP section, helping the VIP. So I'm looking at that. I'm all like, nah, nah, that's not it. But our brother Sage, he was all like, oh yeah, that was Taharka and Sage, and our brothers got him out there. Salute to our brother Sage. Salute to everybody who was there. I got to meet so many other people I've done content with. Our brother Tori and Rain. Y'all go check out his channel. Our brother Black Alpha. Y'all go check out his channel. Our brother Dewan B. Y'all go check out his channel. Our sister Zizi. Y'all go check out her channel. I'm just giving names. Let me see who else. Who else? What other YouTuber was there that I saw? Let me see. Of course, Tariq. It was his rally, so y'all go check out his. Everybody who knows me knows him. So, or if you're subscribed to me, you should know him. So, definitely go check out his channel. Linus Crown was there. She's gonna more than likely get back on YouTube sometime soon. So it was really good. It was really good to see those people. Um, our brother Chase was there. I talked to our brother Chase McGee. I don't think he has a YouTube as of right now, but y'all go check out his Instagram, Voice of the Ancestors, Voice of Our Ancestors on Instagram. So I saw him for a little bit. So it was really great to see all of these people. I met so many people too who was all like, hey, um, I got this business on the side. We do this for this, and this. And I'm all like, I'm sitting up there giving my information, like, okay, hit me up on my email, DM me, do this. So I got like a list of people who want to do broadcasts with me, who want to do interviews, who want to do collabs, who want to do all of these things. So I got to organize a lot of that stuff. I got a lot going on just on the YouTube thing. As you guys also know, I'm starting to pick back up on doing smaller content as well. So my YouTube is really, really packed. I want to start, so just a small message too. I want to start a Patreon. I want to, and I'm going to eventually, because there's a lot that I want to say that YouTube just will not, under any circumstance, allow me to get away with saying. But I'm waiting till we get to 4,000 subscribers. Once we get to 4,000 subscribers, I will feel like I have earned a Patreon. I'm not just gonna make up me personally. Okay, me personally, don't take my standards and put that on anybody else. This is the standards that I am putting on myself. I don't feel that I have earned a Patreon yet. Just like when people were asking me for my Cash App before I hit 1,000 subscribers, I didn't feel like I earned putting my Cash App out there. I didn't feel like I earned your donations yet. So I waited till I got 1,000 subscribers before I let people have my Cash App. Well, actually, I waited till I got 1,300 before I let people have my Cash App, before I let that be publicly known. Um, so yeah, of course. I to me personally, I'm the type of person who has goals set in my mind that I know I can achieve, that I know I will achieve. And I'm not going to reward myself until I reach those goals. I want to set up a Patreon. People have been asking me to set up a Patreon. I probably need to set up a Patreon, but I'm not going to do that until I reach that goal of 4,000. So that is why it is important that every broadcast that we have, it really kind of takes off. And we're doing pretty good. The views are pretty good, actually. We're reaching like 1,000 pretty much each broadcast, despite the fact that there have been some setbacks. Can't tell you exactly what that has been, but despite the fact that there has been some setbacks, we have been actually growing the subscriber rate pretty steadily. So thank you guys for doing that. Thank you guys, because you guys have been really showing out. You guys have been really doing your part. I greatly appreciate that. All right, because we're trying to do some real good work here. And I'm really trying to take this platform to a bigger level, because there's a lot of things that I intend to do with this platform that I would want to reach a larger amount of people. So I really want it to really propel so it can reach as many people as possible in the near future. So I'm really trying to get to that 4,000. We're like 500 away from that 4,000. By the end of the year, we definitely can make it. You can't tell me that we can't. You really can't. You cannot tell me that we cannot do that. So we can do that. All right. But I need you guys to support for that. Let me see. Hold on. On my phone. Okay, hold on. All right. Also, please leave a like because that helps with the algorithm. That definitely helps with the algorithm. Now, am I on number 6 or 5? Am I on 5? What? Nah. Who's counting? Um, Networking, and this kind of piggybacks off of what I just was talking about. The networking opportunities was so great. It was incredibly great. I met so many people from Chicago that I didn't meet prior to going to the rally. I went to the rally, I'm shaking up with everybody. I'm, meeting everybody, chopping it up with everybody. I'm like, okay, well, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Well, I'm from the west side of Chicago. I'm really? Well, we got to link then. We got to do this then. We got to help with this then. So I'm meeting up with people who are from Chicago. I'm meeting up with people who are near Chicago and everything. I got people who are coming to me saying, "Hey, I'm from DC. I'm met up with this person who has a business just like mine. I didn't even know that he was from DC." So the networking, just the networking aspect alone, Blackjack 21 is in here. B1 to you. The networking aspect alone, that was a benefit. That was great. That was helpful. Okay. Speaking of networking, Tariq is having another event in May. He's planning on it. He's having another event in May. I'm definitely going to be there. I hope to see as many of you as possible. But that's pretty much going to be a big networking business expo. So the networking opportunities is going to be through the roof. So it was really great for businesses, people to promote their businesses and all of that stuff at the rally and then afterwards. Okay. Now, let me go on Twitter because there's something on Twitter that I'm sure you guys already know about. Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. I'm sure you guys. Hold on. Why? Okay. That's why there's not as many. Why is my Twitter? Okay. Yeah, Twitter is acting. Twitter is acting up today. Twitter is kind of acting up. But I'm sure you guys know about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to run again. Okay.
Glorious.
So you guys know, because YouTube always does this to me. This is protected under the Copyright Act. All right. This is from CNN, but this is protected under the Copyright Act, so YouTube don't say that it's not.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am. In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. Thank you, kids. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. Thank you. So many incredible friends and family here tonight. It's such a beautiful thing. Some people say, how do you speak before so many people all the time? When there's love in the room, it's really easy, if you want to know the truth. It really is. You ought to try it sometime. Together, we will be taking on the most corrupt forces and entrenched interests imaginable. Our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble. This is not a task for a politician or a conventional candidate. This is a task for a great movement that embodies the courage, confidence, and the spirit of the American people. This is a movement. This is not for any one individual. This is a job for tens of millions of proud people working together from all across the land and from all walks of life, young and old, black and white, Hispanic and Asian, many of whom we have brought together for the very, very first time.
Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, when there was a troll in the room, we have those. Um, yeah, we have trolls in the room. That's fine. I got them out. I get them out. But yes, Donald Trump is running for 2024, which comes to absolutely no surprise whatsoever. To be totally honest with you, I would be surprised if he decided not to run again. Now, you guys already know my opinions of Donald Trump. I am not a Donald Trump supporter in the slightest bit. But to be honest with you, I feel, and I've said this before, that as far as, because I only care about black people. You know, we be one in here. Also, a lot of people said they love the dog tag, so I'm gonna have to start making them to sell them. But as far as black people is concerned, we probably would be better off with Trump. I'm just gonna be honest. Not that Trump cares about black people, not that Trump is not a racist, but based off of what he has done in comparison to what Biden has done, tangibly speaking, who are we better off with? Let's be honest. Biden has been in office. Biden has been in office for 2 years. Okay? Let's look at where Biden started and where Biden is now, and the decline of the quality of black society through Biden's administration. And then let's look at where Donald Trump started. And then when the 2 years, because we're giving him 2 years, let's look at that. And then let's look at the decline. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Biden administration. The Biden administration has a steeper decline in the quality of black life. I'm just going to be honest with you. We are worse off with Joe Biden. And some of the Biden supporters and the people who are like, for elite, you're for Donald Trump. I'm not for nobody. I'm not for no party. I am only strictly, specifically, exclusively loyal to black society. That is it. But I will be honest with you. I will be completely straight up honest with you. We can get more out of that. And see, here's the thing. The Republicans already know that black society does not largely black society does not rock with the Republicans whatsoever. So the Republicans will actually have to come to the table with a deal. The Republicans will actually have to do that. And the Democrats won't. They refuse to. But let's say this though, because we know for a fact Donald Trump isn't gonna sign. It is not for descendants of slaves getting reparations. He's not for foundationals getting reparations. We know that, just as Joe Biden. Beatzilla's in the house. Be one to you, Beatzilla. We know that. Just like Joe Biden. But let's look at everything else, to be honest. Let's look at everything else. Let's look at the fact that Joe Biden is sending billions of billions of billions of billions of billions of dollars to Ukraine. You pay taxes as a black American. When Biden got elected, he said, black people, you guys have my back throughout my campaign, and I promise I got yours. He said that to black society. He made a promise to black society. Every single promise Joe Biden has made to black people, he broke. We can talk about how Donald Trump is a liar, which is true. I am not making a saint out of a sinner. when it comes to Donald Trump. I already did a broadcast on Donald Trump before. I went through his whole racist history, from his discrimination in his hotels to the Central Park Five to all the Nazis and all of that stuff. I've already been through that. His dad being in the KKK, I've already been through that. So you already know I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. And we will talk about the sins of Donald Trump even further a little bit later. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Or let me say this to you. Donald Trump had his base support him. Joe Biden had us support him. Donald Trump rewarded his base for supporting him. Donald Trump defended his base every time they needed support. No matter what the situation was, no matter what they did, if Donald Trump needed to voice his support for his base, he did it, and he did it unapologetically. We, and I'm saying we, not you guys, because you guys are too smart, but we, as in Black society, supported Joe Biden. We are the only reason he made it to the White House. We are his base. Okay? Joe Biden gets into the White House and he turns around and he gives Black society his ass to kiss. He got on that leaked Zoom meeting. He was all like, hey, America is doomed, not just because of Black folks. Remember that? America's doomed, not just because of Black people, but because America is going to be minority white. He said that. That was what he said in a leaked Zoom meeting, and he said that we need to start getting used to working with Hispanics who make up a larger population than we do. And Donald Trump has kind of ensured that the Hispanics will make up a larger population than Black society is, because Donald Trump is shipping them to America in the thousands to come over here and to get preferential treatment over Black people. You got New York. I know everybody has done that broadcast. New Yorkers, immigrants, illegals are asking for $30 an hour to take a bike to deliver food through Uber, demanding $30 an hour. Barely speak English, but they're demanding $30 an hour to deliver food to you in New York. Okay, I've done broadcast after broadcast about Chicago. They're having buses shipped over here. Lori Lightfoot, okay, and all of the Democratic Party, they're having them coming over here, okay, and they're getting preferential treatment in New York, okay, in LA, in Chicago, in Atlanta, in all of these places. Anywhere you see them, anywhere they're piling in Texas, anywhere and everywhere that they're piling in, they're getting preferential treatment over you. Okay. But you, and when I say you, I mean Black society, were the support for Joe Biden. You're the only reason he beat Donald Trump. So if we're going to be honest, both of them are terrible people. Both of them are terrible people. But at least, Donald Trump has the back of the people who has his back. I can give him that, as racist as they are, the Proud Boys and all, as racist as his whole support base is. Donald Trump never blamed them for anything. Donald Trump has had their back 100% of the time. When Donald Trump was president, remind you, Donald Trump was still the sitting president at this time, they invaded the Capitol. Donald Trump had their back. They created a whole insurrection, invaded the Capitol. Police officers died. All that back to blue, that just flew out the window. Donald Trump still had their back. Okay? Joe Biden didn't really ask because he never apologized for the crime bill. He never apologized for being a segregationist or anything like that. Joe Biden, actually, if we're going to be honest, Joe Biden has insulted black society his entire campaign. Okay? I'm sure there's not a single black person who can't or who doesn't remember when Joe Biden said, if you have issue voting for me over Donald Trump or something to that effect, if you're debating over voting for me or Donald Trump, if you don't know if you want to vote for me or Donald Trump, you ain't black. Remember that? There's other things he said that he feels like black, he's said so much stuff, denied the crime bill, insulted our intelligence, time and time again. Okay. Some still voted him in. He said, thank you guys. Did you think I was going to do something for you? Yeah, lied about everything. I'm going to go out of my way to do everything I can for everybody else. Asians got something. The letter squad, if you guys know what that means, you know what that means. They got stuff. Okay? Native Americans got stuff. Afghanistan got stuff. I mean, I would be here all night long if I had to give you the list of everybody who got something. Don't get me started on the Hispanics. Don't get me started on them. That police, the oversight police commission, nah, they just, never mind about that. So really, the police got stuff. Everybody but black people got something and is steadily getting something. Except black people. So that makes a lot of black people be all like, hey, I'm not really a fan of Trump. But when it comes to politics, I'm not friends with nobody. So a lot of black people are like, hey, if Donald Trump come correct, and I'm not saying that he will, I'm not saying that he won't, but a lot of black people are saying, if Donald Trump comes correct, he might get my vote. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a lot of black people who are saying that. There's a lot of black people who are saying, if Donald Trump, if he might talk to Ice Cube, which is what Joe Biden promised he would do with his contract for Black America, Joe Biden was like, yeah, Ice Cube, I'm gonna talk to you after, I'm too busy talking. I'm too busy with the campaign. So after I become president, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna holler at you. 2 years later, he can't return a phone call. He's met with rappers though. They didn't talk about nothing tangible. He didn't promise to meet Lil Baby before he became president. He promised to meet Ice Cube. Hasn't met with Ice Cube, but met with Lil Baby. Okay, all right. But Donald Trump and his campaign, his team, they met with Ice Cube. And I'm not endorsing Donald Trump. I don't want y'all to say, well, Afro Lee told me to vote for Donald Trump. Don't say that, because I didn't. All right. I'm saying I am completely impartial to both of them. I'm looking at the tangible benefit for Black society. Yeah, he met with Cardi B. He met with Megan. They didn't talk about anything tangible for Black society. Nothing at all. He promised to meet with Ice Cube. Too busy for that, though. Okay. This is why it is important to have that rally for reparations, because when they get the message out there that, oh no, there's a large segment of Black society who's not going for anything. There is a large segment of black society who's not going to bend for anybody. There's a large and growing segment of black society that is shifting the needle, that is pushing the needle forward, that is changing the status quo. So the Democrats can't say, hey, well, I'm not as bad as the Republicans, so vote for me. They're not getting away with that. Stacey Abrams just lost. Stacey Abrams lost, and I'm gonna tell you why Stacey Abrams lost. And I said it before in the video. She's saying, "Oh, we lost because more white folks voted for Kemp." Stacey Abrams lost because she could not get out the black vote. Now they want to talk about, oh, Stacey Abrams had huge black support. No, those are the numbers of the black people who voted for her. Stacey Abrams didn't have a large black turnout, because when you count the amount of people who live in the amount of black people who live in Georgia, and then when you count the amount of black people who voted for Stacey, and then all the other people, Stacey should have won. Let's just do the math. Let's just do the math. If Stacey got pretty much 90+% of black women in Georgia to vote for her, and 80+% of the black men in Georgia to vote for her, plus she got 50% of the Hispanics, and then a little bit of the white population, Stacey should have won. It should have been a clean sweep for Stacey. But the thing is that, yeah, she got that number, but what they're not telling you is that number is only a segment of the people who actually did vote. That number only calculates the people who voted, not for the entire population of Georgia. The entire population of Georgia was unmotivated to vote for Stacey. Stacey got most of the people, black people who voted for Stacey. Most of the black people who voted for Stacey. A lot of black people didn't vote, though. That's why she lost. Because black people are sick and tired of the same lies and excuses. The same, oh, we just gotta wait. The same, we don't have enough votes. The same, we need the Senate and we need Congress. The same, we can't get this passed. The same, we got a bigger problem. The same, all of these excuses all the time. Black people are tired of that. But we're seeing you give billions with a B, billions of billions of billions of billions. You just don't have any money to run out of when you're giving it to Ukraine to fight a losing battle with Russia. The hate crimes that we have to go through. I just did a video of a teacher telling his black class, that he believes that his race is superior. He's racist. Tell him that, yeah. I think my race is better. I think my race is better than your race. Just saying that. Okay? All of the things that we have to go through, there's no hate crime bill for us. Asians had a small spike in hate crime, mainly due to white folks. It was mainly them. They didn't blame them, though. They blamed us. They blamed black people. Instantly got something for it, though. Instantly got something for it. Black people, you gotta, if you get lynched, they'll say, oh, it looks like he cut his hands off, shot himself in the back of the head, then lynched himself. Looks like a common suicide to me. That's what they'll tell you. Okay, get these trolls in here. All right. Peace, love, and reparation. We got a lot of people in here considering how late it is. We got a lot of people in here considering how late it is. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. Okay. This is the importance. Now, this does not mean we are blind to the sins of Donald Trump. This is not what that means. Because some of y'all, you guys are going to vote in spite of the Democrats. We do not do that. We must be strategic, okay? We're not just throwing our vote to anybody just because we don't like somebody else. That person has to come to the table because our vote needs to be earned. That is the problem. The problem is the black vote has not been earned by anybody. They're so used to just getting the black vote. They're just so used to you gonna vote for somebody. Your people died for you to vote. So you gotta vote for somebody. It's me or him. I'm less racist, or at least I say less racist things. So you have to vote for me. They're not used to earning that from us. That's why everybody else gets stuff that we don't get, because they have to earn it from them. They have to prove to them that they deserve that vote. That's why when they get voted in, whether they campaign for them or not, whether they even get voted in or not, the donations of the sponsors, everybody, they have to do stuff for them. They have to prove stuff to them. When it comes to black people, and I'm not saying you as in the viewers, you got, I don't even want to say you guys, there's a large enough segment of black society who is just going to vote blue no matter who. They're just going to vote. If you're a Democrat, I'm just going to vote for you anyway. You don't got to earn my vote. Nothing. If you're a Democrat, I'm going to vote because I've just been doing it since the 1940. So, I'm going to just die doing it. And that's the only thing I leave my house for. All right? That's what they tell black society. That is unacceptable. Okay? And we are showing them that that is unacceptable. Do you know Biden's approval rating? Biden has the lowest approval rating of any president, period. Biden had a lower approval rating than Donald Trump when we were dealing with C-19. Okay? So, what I'm saying to you is, screw Joe Biden, screw Donald Trump, screw the Democrats, screw the Republicans. Let the individual come and earn the vote of black society. I don't care if they're blue, if they're red, if they're purple, if they're orange, if they're any color that possibly can exist throughout the rainbow. I don't give a damn. They have to come and they have to earn the vote. They have to come and they have to sit there humbly to the table. They have to say, sir, this is my guaranteed promise. When I am in office, this is what. First off, look at my track record, because anybody can just say something. Look at my track record to show that I am a trustworthy person. Look at my track record to show that I have done things. Because to be honest, without that paperwork being approved, there's no reason for you to even sit at this table with me to have this discussion. Before you have an interview with somebody, they got to read your resume. If I read your resume and I don't see what I like to see on the resume, next. I used to, and as you guys know, I used to work at Target, right? I was in the back room. They were looking for people to hire during the holiday season. I'm sitting up there with the what was it, supervisor, manager, something they called him, whatever. He was going through the HR person. She was on her computer. So they were looking at people that they were the resumes of people who they wanted to hire for seasonal. He's just sitting on the decks. They're looking at the resumes. He's looking at it. He's all like, can't work weekends, next. Can't work mornings, next. Can't work nights, next. This man is skipping through, I'm talking about dozens. I'm like, damn, this man is skipping through resumes. He is only picking what he wants to pick. This is the thing. If your resume doesn't check out, you're not getting an interview. You got to have the resume pass. We got to see that your resume looks good enough for us to call you to sit down to see if we still want you in here. But the thing is, the Democrats are so used to they just coming in, walking in the back, clocking in. They skip the resume. They skip their interview. They just coming in, walking in. But when it comes to everybody else, we're not even accepting their resume. All I'm saying is this: we're gonna even the floorboard. We're gonna even everything. Everybody has to compete equally, and may the best man win. That's all I'm going to say about that. To be totally honest with you, Joe Biden's resume, his track record, his paperwork is so bad, he should have never gotten an interview. This man needs to be banned from every single store. If we were a store or a restaurant or anything like that, and we saw Joe Biden's name pop up on the computer for the resume, we should be like, Joe Biden, not Biden's law, not the three strikes rule, not the pro segregation is Joe Biden. Hell no. That's what that should have been our reaction. Okay. That should have been our reaction. It should have been our reaction with Donald Trump, even more with Joe Biden. Hell no. I'd be damned. No. That should have been our reaction. Okay. He came. Not only that, he came. Screw the resume. He said, yeah, I know the three strikes laws. Y'all niggas asked for it. I gave it to you. I'm not apologizing. I'm not sorry. I stand on it. If I could go back, I'd do it again. Segregation? Nah, I'm not going to answer any questions about that. Didn't apologize for a damn thing. Came to the interview and pretty much said, if you don't hire me, you ain't black. Stood up, walked off, gave us the finger, and slammed the door closed. And we called him saying, when can you start, Joe Biden? That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much what happened. And I'm not blaming you guys, the viewers. I'm blaming the people who did vote for him. That's what happened. I don't think that's going to happen this time. Ooh, I do not think that's going to happen this time. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's damn sure not going to happen this time. It's going to be, you know how in jobs, since we're talking about job, we're using that as an analogy. You know how when jobs have their, like, at the end of the year, they have their review, like after Christmas season, they be like, hey, how you doing, Joe Biden? You made all these promises. Yeah, what happened to any of them? You know, seemed like you lied. All of them were a lie, Joe Biden. I mean, the police just let them doing whatever they want to do, huh? Jalen Walker shot 60 times. A little black unarmed boy shot 60 times. Nobody punished for that. Okay, well, that was you, Joe Biden. All of these things, not a single race soldier punished at all. Still black people getting locked up with your laws, Joe Biden. I mean, inflation, crazy, black homelessness going up, you know, all of these things going up. Black people's wealth declining because of you, Joe Biden. So why do you think we should keep you in this facility? Why do you think we should do that, Joe Biden? Let him dare say, well, if you don't keep me, you ain't black. Let him dare say that. Let him say that. Let him come up with some excuse. We be all like, you know what, Joe Biden? Gonna have to let you go. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna have security walk you out. Yeah. You can take your name tag off right here. You can take your name tag and your hat, whatever merchandise you have. You know, you can. We already removed your fingerprints from the system and everything. Also, on top of that, we're not allowing you back in 100 yards of this facility ever again, Joe Biden. So there you go. So yeah. Have a good rest of your life. Won't be that long either. Not saying I'm gonna harm Joe Biden. I'm just saying Joe Biden's old. That's all I'm saying. Okay, because I know how YouTube would be. But yeah, Wired Sports in here. Yeah, that's what is going to happen. When Donald Trump, it's already been 2 years. All of the black Biden supporters who is out there, we beat Donald Trump. We beat him. Yay, Joe Biden, you remind me of Jesus. Joe Biden, we did it. Thank God. You know, all of them who was out there parading and all of that stuff. Remember when Joe Biden won? There was parades in the street. People was outside dancing in the street. We did it. We did it, Joe Biden. Thanks, massa. We got a new massa. They ain't got nothing to say. We've been looking for Joe Biden supporters. I don't know what I honestly am concerned for them because they just disappeared from the face of the earth and I have no idea where they are. I literally have no idea where they are. I've been looking for them because they were so proud. They was like, give them the first like year, give them time, give them time. They was making excuses for Joe Biden. Remember that? They were like, give him time, man. Joe Biden's only been in there for a little bit of time. Just give him time. Y'all being so impatient. Joe Biden can't do everything. They said, wait. They said, Joe Biden has our back. I promise. Just give him time. And it was just waiting. And Joe Biden had a stack this high of executive orders. And all of them had everything to do with everybody else except black people. It's like, well, okay, well, yeah, we get that, but give him time. What Joe Biden has is a secret agenda. That's what Joe Biden has. He really does. And if you give him time, Joe Biden will make every single black person rich. I promise you. I guarantee it. I stand by it. So we waited and we waited. We just waited for them to prove their point right. We said, okay, well, if Joe Biden going to do something, let him do it then. They said, yeah, I bet you he is. You know, I bet you. You know, I'm not a gambler, so you guys know. But you know how, let's say, we're just using this as an analogy. You know how you have people who gamble, you know, and they be all like, I bet you the Bulls are going to lose. I promise you, the Bulls are going to lose. They suck. They're terrible. You're like, no, they're not. No, they're not. The Bulls definitely going to win. They're going to win. Chicago Bulls, you already know. They're like, I promise you, I bet you $100. I bet you $100 Bulls are gonna lose. All right, okay, cool. They the ones who incentivized the bet. They the one who made it. They the ones who came knocking on the door. They was all like, hey, you know those Bulls, your Bulls are gonna lose. I bet you $100 right now. Put it on the table right now, $100. I bet you that. Okay. I was like, all right, okay, cool. $100. Halftime, the Bulls are up. Double that. Double that right now. $200. The Bulls are going to lose. I promise. Cross my heart. I promise. $200 put it on the table. We like, all right, okay, cool. $200 on the table. There you go. The Bulls wound up winning. We don't know where they at now. The money gone. We sitting up there calling them like, hey, you owe me some money. You said they was going to lose. You were so sure. You made this bet. You the one told me I was wrong. You came to me bragging about how I was wrong. So where you at? We can't find them. They're not picking up the phone no more. When people owe you money, they don't want to pick up the phone. That's the same way with Biden supporters. They said we were wrong. They said Biden changed. They said Biden was going to do something. They said Biden was Jesus damn near. And now Biden showed you that he is the devil that he has always been. And they sitting up there, can't pick up the phone. We don't know where they are. And I'm only asking because I'm worried about them. I'm only asking because I want to have a conversation with them. That's the only reason I'm asking. I'm not going to rub it in their face. Of course not. I just want to ask. I just want to talk to them. I just want to find out what they've been doing. You know, what they think about Joe Biden. I just want to ask that question. And I can't seem to find anybody. Have you guys seen him? Anybody in chat room? Y'all seen a Biden supporter? And what? I personally have not seen one. Mm. So I haven't seen one. Yeah, exactly. A wellness check. I'm just checking on them. I just want to know how y'all doing. You know, I don't know. We got a decent amount of people in here. Actually, we have a fairly decent amount of people in this room for real, and it's late. It's going on 12:30 my time. What y'all up doing late? Y'all up watching me? Y'all was waiting on me. I appreciate that. I'm proud of y'all. Respect y'all. I really do. Love y'all. All right, but we've been in here for a good minute. That was the benefit of the rally for reparations. That was the benefit, to show the people and to show us, to prove to them and to prove to us, more importantly, that we are a powerful people and that we're not alone. That when we get on code, when we get together, when we get organized, that we can make powerful moves. We can make great things happen. To show to them that we don't have to compromise. We don't have to acquiesce. We don't have to settle for anything less than what we demand. We don't, and we won't. That is the benefit of that. That is the main benefit of that. To show them it doesn't take that much time at all. To show them what we want is what we're going to get, or you're going to get out. That's just what it's going to be. There is no more excuses. There is no more waiting. There is no more anything at all. We gave you a list. You had one chance. Remember, they was like, give him time, I promise, give him time, please, just give him time. Okay, we gave him time. We gave him time. And he gave us the middle finger. That's what he gave us. Okay, so once we prove to them, when we prove to ourselves that we are a powerful force, and when we prove to everybody in the world that we're not going to just say no, we're not going to acquiesce, we're not going to compromise, that we want what we want, and we're going to get what we want by any means necessary, that's a powerful thing. Okay? That's the thing that changes the world for the better. That's the thing that's going to close the wealth gap. Okay? That's the thing that's going to get us our reparations. Mm-hmm. Donald Stunk and Joe Biden. I love those names. Terrible options. They both are. Speaking, and it's not an endorsement for Donald Trump, so you don't know. If y'all don't know, in that same thing where Donald Trump said that he was going to run for 2024, he also said that he wanted to push the death penalty for drug dealers. Who do you think that Donald Trump was talking about? Who do y'all think Donald Trump was really talking about? I'm gonna give you the hint. I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna give you a small hint. The Central Park 5. Have you seen Donald Trump ever go after anybody like he went after the Central Park 5 with the death penalty? Ever? Ever? Before, during, or since? He still stands on that, though. He still stands on his position. Somebody said blacks. Black people. Exactly. Yep. Code for black people. Drug dealers is... Exactly. Exactly. Drug dealers, that's a code for black people. He's not talking about all the doctors and everything like that that's selling opioid under the table in the opioid epidemic. That's bigger than a crack epidemic ever was. He's not talking about them. He's talking about black people. He's talking black people, and we're not even doing all that stuff that they're doing. He's talking about, oh well, you're selling weed. Well, let's give you this cocktail, this deadly fatal cocktail. So you know, Donald Trump is not for blacks. So I don't want to see no blacks for Trump. Blacks for Trump. There's no blacks for nobody. It's no blacks for nobody. We are blacks for blacks. That's what it is. Blacks for blue, no. Blacks for red, no. Blacks for blacks. That's what it is. Okay? You sit here at the interview, if we give that to you, and you tell me why I should hire you. I'm not knocking at your door asking you to come on board. You're coming to me, and you better prove to me why I should hire you. That goes for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. In my opinion, Joe Biden's already out, though. Joe Biden already proved that he should be terminated, banned from ever getting another black vote in his life. Tell that to Terrence. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna talk to Terrence. I need to call Terrence tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me that. Actually, I'm gonna call Terrence tomorrow. Um, yeah, that goes for everybody. Donald Trump, don't feel comfortable just because we don't like Joe Biden. You think you just get to walk in here? No, you sit your big fat ass at this table too, and you better prove to us why we should vote for you. Okay. And he says that Trump's a good businessman, his tax breaks and everything like that. Trump has not done anything specifically for black society. Trump is sitting up there, he's doing stuff for people, and black people are just benefiting because we're in America. That's really what it is. It's not like here's the special, unique lookout for black people. It's just, I'm going to do this for society, and because black people live here, they're going to benefit. We're the beneficiaries of a policy. It's not the policy being for us. That's a big, big difference. Okay? So all that will, Trump has done more things for black. No, Trump has not done anything for black people. Trump has done things for America that black people have benefited from. Okay? So let's not be confused. We need black people to be politically educated. So, like I said before, if the Democrats, y'all don't want to come correct, we're accepting applications from the Republicans. We're looking at your resume. When we see that R for Republican, when we see that red, when we see whatever, don't mean we're going to hire you. Don't mean that at all. But we're going to give you the same chance that we've been giving these Democrats because y'all ain't doing nothing. We giving y'all the job. Y'all ain't showing up to work. Y'all stealing from the register. So we might as well at least give them the interview. We might as well give them at least the same shot that we've been giving y'all. If y'all doing this, it can't get no worse. Might as well. We take people by a case-by-case basis. That is what I'm saying to you. Is Afro Elite telling you to be a Republican? Hell no. Is Afro Elite telling you to be a Democrat? Hell no. I am telling you to look at every single politician by a case-by-case basis. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of them, whether they're red, blue, green, yellow, white, black, old, young, man, woman, gay, straight, don't matter. Every single person is viewed by a case-by-case basis. Everybody. Wake up, people. We are still prisoners of war, conquered, enslaved, and colonized on our own land. This is our land, and we're going to get it back. The HBCUs, what about them? A lot of people donated to HBCUs. The HBCUs ain't closing the wealth gap. Y'all not doing nothing to close the wealth gap. I mean, that's cool, I guess. And it's not even all black people in the HBCUs. Y'all getting the HBCUs are getting gentrified. So I mean, that as cool as that is, I guess it's not just that's not enough. That's not enough. Gave money to blacks, gave money to whites, gave more money to whites. I give black people $10, give white people $50. I gave y'all niggas something. No. No. Oh, it's about to be a very interesting next couple of years. I can promise you that. 2022 was a crazy year. We're about to have some more craziness coming up in the next couple of years, but we are ready for that. We can handle that. We can deal with that. And we will deal with that together as a family, as a team. But it is late. I got to get some sleep. Y'all got to get some sleep. Or I don't know what y'all doing. Maybe y'all up late working or something. I don't know. I got to get out of here. I've been very busy today. I'm going to be very busy tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Like I said, if you are in Chicago, hit me up either in the DMs or in my email, okay? Because I want to talk to my Chicago family about something real quick. So hit me up if you're in the Chicago area. Also, please leave a like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. Okay? Says, we are going to get reparations in our land, but not through politics. The Most High has the most brilliant plan. Okay? All right. The Most High's plan is to defeat white supremacy. All right. I'm going to get out of here, guys. B1 salute to everybody who's in the chat, everybody who's watching live, everybody who will watch on the playback. Thank you guys very much for being here with me. I know tonight was late, but you guys still are being here, staying here, loyal, watching, subscribing, listening, liking, sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Till next week, I will do another short, like 10-20 minute video before next week. But until that, and I might go live very late Monday. Something I gotta handle Monday. So I might go live very late Monday. Okay. But stay tuned with us next week. Follow me on my social media. Link is in the description below. So you guys can stay up to date. But until then, family, B1 salute to all of you guys. You guys have a good rest of your night. Y'all be safe. I will catch you guys later.